this time last year, I realized I was making my way to Everest Base Camp. I did this incredible journey. I met this amazing mountaineer called Jake Norton, who was part of the team that found Mallory's body back
Oh,
in the
wow.
1990s. George Mallory in the 1920s went up Everest in his tweeds, and we believe may have got to the top of Everest first before Hillary and Tenzing. We don't know because they went missing, and they found his body in the 1990s, perfectly preserved. But interestingly, I'd always wanted to see Everest. It's kind of one of those mythical places, and I was going to do a movie that fell through. But I became friends. This is a very long story. Friends with Jake Norton, and I decided to sort of celebrate the end of Outlander. I'd do this journey. So we did a route that's never been done, 2.5 weeks through the Ampalazza Pass, which is about 20,000 feet up. We walked for about two weeks and then rappelled into the Khumbu Valley, which is a couple of thousand feet down, and then up to base camp. It was amazing.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Um,
so many people celebrate kind of their event and party in so many different ways, but I
mm.
haven't heard of many people that go, let's celebrate by going to Everest. I mean, it's quite novel.
It honestly was just, talking of travels, to land in Kathmandu. It'd been a whirlwind, finishing Outlander, and I'd been off to America, and actually went to the Formula One in Vegas. So quite completely different places to travel to. And then I landed in Kathmandu, and it's just this mad city. And then being in a very remote part of the world, sort of hiking every day with our amazing Sherpas and porters, and there's no phone reception, there's nothing. There's at some points there's no firewood, there's nothing, so you're just freezing cold. Your breath is freezing in the tent. You can't sleep. You're having hallucinations because of the altitude. It really took me out of my comfort zone, but also it's sort of a core memory that's implanted in me that I'm desperate to go back.
Yeah, I would.
You have to do it.
I mean, it sounds incredible. Is what you see unique, completely different to anything else you've ever seen before?
Yeah, I mean the journey itself. We started quite low down, about 9,000 feet, in this sort of small towns, and then you go on this trail, and then you're really in the wilderness, and it is kind of like a lunar landscape. And of course, the stars are amazing. The moon lights the whole sky up. And then, yeah, you're really in this wilderness and those huge, famous peaks all around you. It really, it feels otherworldly. And then once we got into the Khumbu Valley, it's a bit more touristy there. There's a lot more trekking camps that go there. So in some ways, it was quite nice to see other people and have a bit more, I don't know, comfort.
Yeah.
There are these little tea houses you can stay at rather than sleeping in tents. But yeah, and then one of the most amazing points was the last day we hiked up a peak called Kalapatar, which is opposite Everest. And again, that's about 20,000 feet. And you're looking at Everest, and that's another 10,000 feet above you.
Oh, wow.
And we watched the sunset, and it's like at the peak of Everest goes on fire. It's this bright red, golden, and then absolutely freezing. You have to climb back down in the dark.